What up, though? How y'all doing out there? Hope y'all taking care of yourself. Sorry I've been gone. Sometimes life take precedence over other things, you know? But I seen a few things on the sideline that I want to talk about, and I'm going to catch up with those things throughout the day. Also, I see a lot of the messages that you guys are sending me and video requests and stuff that you want me to talk about. I'll get around to it, not in no specific order or nothing like that, but I promise that I will look into all those requests that you guys put out. But now let's talk about Tyson Fury and Evander Holyfield and how Evander Holyfield mocks Tyson Fury's opponents. You know, first thing I want to say, Evander Holyfield, have a whole bunch of respect for Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield was one of those people that I looked up to growing up. I didn't take anything from his stylistic wise, but what I did take from Evander Holyfield is his toughness. You know what I'm saying? That and boxers can look jacked. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you know, I was heavy into my bodybuilding thing. I put that ahead of boxing at the time. And the reason why Evander Holyfield stood out to me is because, you know, he was a boxer that was training with a bodybuilder, Lee Haney. But I did videos about that in the past and explained what that relationship was about and why a boxer would train with a bodybuilder. It seems counterproductive, but I break down why that relationship came to be. All right. Now, when it comes to Evander Holyfield and the stuff that he says about Tyson Fury's boxing resume, I've already said it before. Tyson Fury is in a very complex place with me, but I never stop expressing how I like Tyson Fury because I see his talent, I see his drive, I see his will, I see all his potential, and he has the potential to have an excellent resume if he chooses to. Now, I'm not saying what Evander Holyfield has to say about Tyson Fury's resume is unwarranted. It is warranted, but it's who it's coming from, the time he's doing it, and the style he's going about doing it, and the hypocritical state of the person that's saying it. And I'm gonna get to that in a second. So Tyson Fury does not have the best resume in the world, and it's something that we're really gonna have to sit down and talk about one of these days. But at the same time, nobody doubts Tyson Fury's talent. Nobody doubts that he's one of the best heavyweights in the current division right now. Nobody's doubting he's one of the best moving heavyweights and talented and very fluent fighting heavyweights that you've ever seen in your life. You know, you got to give a man credit who dethroned two reigns of two heavyweight champion, which was the Klitschko reign he ended, and he ended the Deontay Wilder reign. You know what I'm saying? Both reigns was heavily needed to be ended in boxing. So with me, I would say that alone, I'm willing to excuse and look past a lot of the Uber drivers that he has fought. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand in boxing, you don't fight killer after killer after killer. You know what I'm saying? You fight a tough opponent, few soft opponents, tough opponents. Because if you keep doing that, fighting killer after killer, you will wear your body down. You will wear your spirit and your morale down, and you could break and injure and hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? From physically to mentally, right on up. So I get how that goes. But like I said, Tyson Fury resume is something that we're going to have to talk about separately, because even though he has soft touches on his resume, I still put him up there with the greats. Like I said, he's in a complex place, and it's hard for me to explain it without sounding like I'm contradicting myself. But with somebody like Tyson Fury, I believe contradiction is necessary because this guy is a special and particular case. Now, when it comes to Evander Holyfield and what he says, the reason why I will not accept what comes out of Evander Holyfield's mouth, and the reason why what Evander Holyfield has to say is pure bullshit to me, because I do not mind you judging or speaking on somebody's resume because what you speak is truthful. But at the same time, this is a guy who sit up here and says he doesn't know how some of the opponents that Tyson Fury has fought has got a license. Keep in mind, this is the problem with Evander Holyfield. This is the same man who's been backing Deontay Wilder this entire time. See, Evander Holyfield's been doing a Lennox Lewis thing. He's been judging and being critical of everybody else, but never turn that criticism gun towards Deontay Wilder. The point is, how is Evander Holyfield going to sit up here and judge Tyson Fury and his resume, okay? But yet you have nothing and never had one thing to say about Deontay Wilder's resume. If you're shocked and you're saying some of the people that Tyson Fury has fought, you don't know how they got licensed, then What in the hell do you rightfully need to be saying about some of the people that Deontay Wilder fought? The man who was 32 fights in and called a baby and told not to rush. This is why what Evander Holyfield is talking about, even though it may have some truth and some merit into it, it's full of shit. Because this man set up here and backed up a fighter, Deontay Wilder, who has fought nothing but bums his entire career. And Evander Holyfield, this American heavyweight, sat over here and didn't say one fucking thing. He didn't pull him aside and say, yo, real talk, Deontay, I know what you're doing. But what you're doing is built off the legacy that me and the people who came before you built. All right. And I appreciate you fighting bum after bum after bum after bum and then holding your hands up like you need to be praised just like us. You need to get your hands in the mud and get dirty. And if you're not, get the hell out of boxing and go into acting. That's the kind of thing that Evander Holyfield needed to be saying to a Deontay Wilder. But yet you got words for Tyson Fury and his opponents, but you ain't have shit to say about Deontay Wilder? Now, I'm all for people getting criticized, but when it's a person who's been backing up Deontay Wilder, he's fought nothing but bums, and you remain silent and put pom-poms in the hand and cheerleaded for him, but you got something to say about Tyson Fury, and this is the thing about Evander Holyfield. Every step of the way, he has had something to say about Tyson Fury, just like he has something to say about Deontay Wilder. See, this is the thing about Evander Holyfield, and Emmanuel Stewart spoke on it. Evander Holyfield got an ego out of this fucking world. If you listen to old tapes of Emmanuel Stewart talking about Evander Holyfield, that's what he'll tell you, along with being tough and brave. You know what I'm saying? He got an ego out of this damn world. You know what I'm saying? And that's his problem. The nerve of you to sit up here and talk about Tyson Fury, and you have sit up here and cheerleaded and backed up Deontay Wilder every step of the way and never criticized him one iota. But you got something to say about Tyson Fury. Then he goes up here and say that, yo, he doesn't deserve the GOAT status and blah, 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 blah. Once again, no, I don't think he deserves the GOAT status, but he deserves something. But once again, shut the fuck up. Because Deontay Wilder said he was better than Muhammad Ali. He said he'll knock out Joe Louis. He said that he was better than Mike Tyson. Matter of fact, he said he was better than you. Period. He said all you old heavyweights is haters. So what are you talking about? You think it's disrespectful for other people to put him in the conversation of being a GOAT, but keep in mind, he himself is not saying that. People are putting that upon him. And number one, that's how you really get your titles, is when the people want to give it to you, not the ones that you give to yourself. But the people want to give him that. It's not Tyson Fury wanting to say that. So number one, you're fighting against the people. But Deontay Wilder has claimed he's everything from the Dalai Lama, from Jesus Christ, second coming himself. He claims he's all of that. You said nothing. So as right or as justified as Evander Holyfield may be in talking about Tyson Fury, when it comes to a person who has supported Deontay Wilder and his destruction of the heavyweight division this entire time, Evander Holyfield, shut the fuck up. You are a hypocrite, bro. Shut up. The more you open your mouth, to me, the more you destroy your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because that just puts you further down the road as far as the people I want to talk about and bring up. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis is a hell of a fighter. He's nobody I'll be bringing up no time soon because he's a bitch and I don't like the way he carries himself. Sorry. Great fighter, though. Great fighter. You know what I'm saying? And even Emmanuel Stewart said Lennox Lewis would be a better fighter if he had more heart. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. That's a side note. But when it comes to what everybody has to say about Tyson Fury, everybody got something to say about Tyson Fury now. And I don't want to hear nothing about the opponents that Tyson Fury has fought, because quiet is kept. Nobody has said anything about Evander Holyfield and the fact that second to Manny Pacquiao, Evander Holyfield taking steroids is one of those most open secrets in boxing. Evander Holyfield was a heavy steroid user. Period. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I think besides Manny Pacquiao, Evander Holyfield was the second most known steroid taker in boxing that people know about openly. That's the truth. Now, Had Tyson Fury been allowed to take all them drugs that you have, then, you know what I'm saying, maybe he wouldn't have so many Uber drivers on there. I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I know for sure, he definitely hasn't took more PEDs or performance-enhancing drugs than Evander Holyfield. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So he has no ground to stand on. He has no room to criticize nobody, because the main person that you could have been criticizing and would have actually done him some good would have been Deontay Wilder. But don't step in here talking about no Tyson Fury. You just look like you just drunk a whole bunch of Gatorade and you sour. You know what I'm saying? You sour about Anthony Joshua because of his money. You know what I'm saying? Because you lost all yours. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you a jealous dude. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a problem with Tyson Fury receiving the accolades that he does, knowing damn well he was robbed in the first fight and deserved to have been the WBC champion back then. But I ain't heard none of you people speaking out there. I ain't heard none of you glove gators speaking out there. All y'all can look at all these tapes, but where in the hell was y'all when he got cheated? Where in the hell was y'all when Kenny Bayless was giving Deontay Wilder all that time to recover in the Luis Ortiz fight? Where was y'all in the Malik Scott fight? Where were y'all? Where were y'all? Because y'all ain't want to say shit about that. And it's well known Malik Scott took a dive. You know what I'm saying? But it's neither here nor there. Who's fan? I'm out.